what a beautiful day in Pirate Nation. Great turnout today by the fans and parents and all that. We've been saying all spring long, it's going to take everybody. We want to be on a pirate ship. We want to take this ship to our goals next fall. We've been saying let's ride. And ride for our program is about playing with relentless effort, intense energy, discipline, and execution. Knowing our job and doing our job. And that's what we've been focused on. We said we have 4 quarters of the off season. First quarter was winter training. Second quarter was spring practice. And the third and fourth quarter is going to be the summer training and then preseason camp. We got to see how much better we can get between today and August 28th when we go take on NC State and go from there.
What impressed you the most today?
The way they compete. You know, they're out here, practice 15. We drew for spring practice out over 5 weeks. We went 3 days a week, drew out a little bit longer than normal. They've been out over a month now. And, you know, they're ready probably to be done with the semester. They start finals next week. But the energy they still have to go out here and compete and the love they have for each other and care about each other and just want to put the ball down and go at it, that's pretty special at this point in time. And that's all you look for is guys that want to put the ball down, go compete. Obviously, when you break up in a spring game, and we broke the teams up evenly. We didn't put first team O-line together, first team D-line together. So you got maybe some mismatches at times, and it maybe look not as clean as it will on August 28th, but it gives them a great opportunity to go compete and go at it.
What was the biggest takeaway from the spring as a whole?
You know, I thought we built some depth. I think we're as athletic as we were a year ago, and we built some leadership too. Like when I went to the team meeting January 12th, I sit there and I'm like, oh, Elijah Harris is gone, Deontay Johnson's gone, and so many seniors are gone. Who's going to be the next guy stepping up? You can see Katin stepping up, Teagan Wilk stepping up, Xavier McGyver, Zion Wilson, Preston Clark, and I can name a handful of other guys that are starting to take on leadership roles that they didn't have to a year ago because those older guys were there in that place, and now it's becoming their football team, and they're taking ownership, and they're taking the next step.
What's the biggest thing you want to improve in the next 2 quarters here off season?
You know, we got to continue to build our depth. You know, I think obviously we kept Katin, remembered it this spring, and kept him out of certain situations, and even today, I'm yelling at the defense, stay away, and blowing the whistle early. But we got to continue to develop a backup quarterback so we can use Katin in the run game, so we can use Katin how we want to win games like we did in the late season. So we got to continue to do that not only at the backup quarterback position, but every single position on our roster, whether it's kicker, punter, defensively, whatever it may be.
What winning spoils does Purple Team give?
You know, the fun thing about it, you don't have to necessarily put anything on the line for those guys to go at it. Just for them to be able to talk a little junk in the locker room, I think is enough. So that's what they got pride in, and being able to look their teammate in the eye and tell them they got the best of them. You know, anytime you put the ball down with this group, they're going to go at it, whether it's something's on the line or just no pride. They're going to go at it and compete.
Obviously, being a defensive guy, I got to ask you about that side of the ball. What stood out on that side from what you saw today?
I think they're just playing hard and playing physical. Obviously, you expect the defense to be a little ahead of the offense in the spring, and you go against an opponent for 15 days. I never could say this as a defensive coach, but it always gave you the defense a little bit of advantage because you're seeing the same offense over and over. You might know exactly what's coming. But I thought defensively we got some guys that are playing really hard. I see Josiah Robinson over there who's played some limited snaps over his career, but right now he looks like another starter out there. You know, we didn't have J.D. Lamb play out there this spring. We didn't have Raheem Craig, but I saw other guys stepping up, and I'm excited to add those 2 guys back to the mix this summer and preseason camp and get them rolling again.
What are your thoughts on Savon in the draft?
Well, great Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys, how about them? You know, just so super proud for him and just his story and his resilience and being a pirate and the loyalty he had to Pirate Nation. Just, you know, it chokes you up a little bit, and we got so many stories in our team. I told our guys this morning that I just want to see their story turn out the same way his did. And the thing about him, he came to work every single day with that same attitude. I'm going to get butters and way to attack it, and we got to be the same way.
Saw some issues in the kicking game. Is that nerves, or is that something you're not worried about?
I'm not too worried about it. Some of it's backup holder, backup snapper, you know, those type of issues. Our punter had mono this spring, so he's out. You know, don't have a true holder in there, so we got some backup roles in there. We'll continue to clean that up as we move forward and get into game ready for those situations.
How nice is it to see some former players come back and hang out on the field today?
Yeah, Jaquan McMillan surprised us, you know, showing up, and just to have him out there and just to see his smile, I think just brightens you, and not only for our staff and our fans and Pirate Nation, but also for our players to look over and say, hey, there's a starting nickel back for the starting nickel for the Denver Broncos. You know, I can get there from here. You know, what he did for Pirate Nation, where I can meet my goals and get to. To see him, Siobhan, Jamie Lewis just signed a Canadian contract. To see those guys coming back, it also tells you what Pirate Nation means to those guys. And have Jaquan back and Jeremy back, and I seen Big Tay out here, that they want to come back to Greenville. They want to be back in Dowdy. Tells you how special this place is.
Coach, you started your post-team meeting by saying it's all about us. How much did you see this team grow as one cohesive unit over the spring?
Yeah, and that's just part of our, culture. It's a part of who we got to be, and part of who we got to be next fall. I think, college football has changed so much. The landscape of college athletics has changed so much that it's about me. It's about us. What can I get? I think the programs and the staffs and cultures that can bond teams together and be great teams are the teams that's going to win games, whether it's in the fall or whatever season it is in whatever sport.
Coach, at that backup quarterback position, did anyone jump out to you outside of Katin there?
I think we got some work to do. I'm not ready to say, hey, this is going to be the backup. I think you've seen positive things from all those guys. You've seen things they got to improve on and work on. And the best thing they can do is get out here in a game scenario, game situation, and play football. You only get so many times. I think this is our 4th time in Dowdy this spring. We'll get about 4 times in a game setting scenario in the fall. So you only get so many times before it's go time. It's put the ball down and it's live and it means something. So we got to put those guys in those scenarios and situations as much as possible. Those guys that were playing backup quarterback have not took a snap in Dowdy yet in a game situation. So we got to prepare them. So appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for everything you do for our football program, the support, the coverage you guys give us. And like I said, we're all in this pirate ship together. We want to keep it going. Go Pirates and let's ride. Thank you.
Team, just your thoughts on how things went for you and the offense as a whole today.
I thought it was pretty good. We're not trying to show too much, obviously. Just a couple day 1, day 2 install, not a lot to show, but able to come out trying to execute. First couple drives are all right, just trying to move the ball, trying to score some points. Overall, I thought it was a good day.
Someone who's been through a spring game several times in your career, what do you try to get out of something like this?
Just trying to execute, just trying to make sure you do your job. As far as everybody, not trying to do too much, just go out and execute and do your job.
How are you feeling? You've obviously been throwing now for a few weeks. How's the
Yeah, I'm just shaking the rust off. I'm just trying to get back into it, get into the rhythm and everything. I feel really good right now.
We didn't know if we'd see you today. Was it important for you to get out here and get some reps in?
Yeah, I just got a couple drives. Just trying to get back into it. It's just important to get out and get back to the field playing again. So yeah, it was definitely worth it.
And the rosters are a bit more scrambled. Is it tougher to communication side of things?
No, I think we're doing really good as far as communication. I feel like everyone's clicking to get on the same page and communicating really well. So I think we're good on that part.
How's that connection with guys that are returning like Yannick Smith and Anthony, or Yannick and Anthony?
Yeah, I feel like that connection's still there. That's what the summer's for, all the way back full go. So I'm gonna take that time over summer, really work with them and get that connection back going.
How much has this team gelled and just connected over the last few weeks in the spring that makes you look more forward towards the summer and quarter 3 and 4, as Coach Harrell was talking about?
Yeah, I think we're a really close locker room, especially coming out today, had high intensity, purple versus gold. We had good energy just coming out on the field, and it was all love at the end, coming together, all one team, and we have one goal. So I feel like in the locker room, really coming together, really gelling overall, so I think it's really good.
What is that one goal?
One goal is to go undefeated when every game on our schedule and beat NC State that first game of the year.
How's it kind of been just for you? Just what has it been different watching from the sidelines? Have you noticed different things just about the game, just being limited this spring?
Yeah, I kind of take it like a backseat perspective a little bit. Just kind of look at everything as a whole, looking at everyone's assignments, kind of seeing the grand picture of everything, and I feel like it's really good for me just taking everything in perspective and not really focusing too much on the day-to-day stuff and kind of seeing the full picture of everything and looking at the other positions too, trying to figure out what the receivers doing every play, what the linemen doing every play, what the tight ends doing every play, knowing their assignments, so it makes me a better player when I go out on the field. I can help them out.
Hey, what has that balance been like? You want to be out there as much as possible, but also don't want to risk re-injury or anything.
Yeah, there's no point really just going out here and trying to go too hard. I just want to be out here and build a connection with the guys and just be part of it. So that's really important for me, just coming back.
What are you doing to help Jeter, Hodge, the other guys in the room?
Yeah, whenever they have questions, they don't have to go to JDB. They can ask me, and I'm here to help them. I want to help them as much as I can. And it's helpful just, especially when we split up sides, and I can help them out too. If they have certain questions on read or just different looks, I can kind of help them out just from my past experiences. So, yeah.
You ever have a game delayed by a drone before?
No, I have not. I wondered whose it was, but it's pretty funny.
If it wouldn't have left, could you have thrown football?
I don't know. See if I can hit it, see my accuracy, but yeah.
Does your teammate or your offensive coordinator get the JDB nickname?
Yeah, we discuss it all the time. And mostly JDB is just the coach name, and then we call him like JD or whatever the player. But yeah, we get that confused all the time. Where are we going first? Yeah, thank you. It's good to be back. I love it.
What's changed since you came back?
Honestly, not too much. I would say the biggest change from being back is definitely the practice and how the practice is ran. It's a lot more like intent in what you're doing, not as many. It's quality over quantity. That's the best way to describe it. And I love it. It's good for like an older guy like me, just to get in there and get your reps and then get out. You don't need all the other stuff that break your body up.
I know your big hits from you today, so what was it like to be back in Dowdy and
It's a different feeling, especially with the fans in the stands. Like during practice, it's whatever because it's practice. But doing that and then seeing all the fans and hearing your teammates cheer you on, especially when you split up and everybody's cheering against each other, it's a great feeling. I love it. I'm glad to be doing the same stuff that I did before.
What led you back here to East Carolina?
A ton of things. The main thing that I have to give credit to is Coach Harrell. If Coach Harrell wasn't here, I probably wouldn't be. I love Coach Harrell, and he gave me the opportunity to be back here. And then obviously all of you, all the fans that encouraged me to come back from Twitter and text messages and everything. I love and appreciate every single Pirate fan out there.
Out here today, what did you feel the defensive side of the ball did well?
Defense, we didn't let up a bunch of big plays, which I'm very thankful for. And the explosive plays obviously is what's going to help or hurt you in a big game. And obviously the spring game, you're not going to run some crazy stuff. So it's good to see that with our base install that we can go out and stop a good offense that produces a lot of big plays. And I think that's what you've seen today.
What level was the trash talk at leading up to this one?
I don't do a lot of trash talking against this stuff right here, but everybody else, you gotta love it though. The team meeting, everybody going against each other. Obviously, when everybody comes up and you see everybody going against each other, there's a lot of trash talk. But I'm glad that Purple was able to back it up.
How would you describe Josh Aldridge as a coordinator?
Great guy, great guy, great coordinator. He recruited me out of Liberty when I was in high school, so I already had a kind of a relationship with him. But real good dude and great mindset in football. He's what you want as a defensive coordinator. He's who you want to play for, and I love that.
How did your time away from Greenville and ECU kind of shape change your perspective just about playing college football?
Yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily changed my perspective on college football as much as appreciating college football and appreciating the little stuff in life. And I said a quote before, the grass is green where you water it. And I think that's a big thing, and I think that the grass is watered so good here. By its root system, East Carolina has what a lot of schools do not have. And I think that being away from it makes you, see and believe that it can be a big, powerful school. And I love that.
With the spring done, what do you want to focus on going into the offseason and leading into fall camp?
Well, Coach Baggett's here. I'm hoping that we get a bunch of speed work in. I love Coach Baggett. I love what he's bringing to the table in terms of the strength and conditioning. So hopefully speed work, obviously mobility, rehab, just making sure my body's good for the game against State.